friends, and welcome to the $1 Million Message. This is National Sales Director Kristin Sharpe calling in from my new hometown of Gainesville, Georgia. That's right. Part of me is really sad not to be able to say Sugar Hill anymore. I just thought it was such a cute city name. But I wanted to share with you the story of selling my house. So many of you know that I joined Mary Kay when I was 25 years old. I was really excited because my first month in the company, I made $1,036. And for me at the time, that made a substantial difference. It actually was the difference between me paying my bills on time and not having to eat top ramen noodles. So when I saw the income potential with Mary Kay, I was ecstatic. Well, exactly 12 months later from starting my Mary Kay business, my paycheck in one single month was over $18,000. And to give you an idea, that was more than I made all year at my corporate job. And so it was so exciting. Well, my mom, being the smart businesswoman that she is and was then as well, said, Kristin, you need to buy a home. You need the tax deductions. You need to buy a home. And I'll tell you, I really didn't want to, but I trusted my mom. And so I bought my very first home at 25 years old. Well, you guys, that is the home that really built my trip years. It's the home that I lived in when I was $1 million director. It was the home that I lived in when I finished my national area. And when my husband and I got married, he moved in to my home, which became our home. And we chose to do that because he was going to school to be a chiropractor and wanted to open up chiropractic businesses. And so instead of building new homes, we built chiropractic offices. And it just was the smartest financial choice for us. Now, prior to my husband being a chiropractor, he was a builder, a home builder of custom, $1 million homes. And so I told him the deal was that we had to stay in this first home that I purchased that I thought was a little too small for a growing family and my Mary Kay business, that he had to redo every room for me, which he did. He did. And it was a beautiful, beautiful small home that we loved. Well, my dream has always been to be close to my mom. And so my mom actually lives on the biggest lake in Georgia. It's called Lake Lanier. And a couple of years ago, she moved in with her husband to this beautiful home that actually was the home of the guy that invented the foam for the NFL helmets. It was his summer home. It's a very large summer home. It was the home that I've done a lot of retreats in because it's so perfect. They also used to donate it to Young Life to do retreats. And so it's a beautiful home. It's a very large home. And what we found out was there was this gorgeous lot next to them. And I just told Courtney, I said, I really want to live close to my mom, and especially if we have more kids. And so he went and bought the lot next to my mom. So I'm so excited. And we've had this lot now for a couple of years. But recently we decided it was time. It was time to sell our adorable, cute little house in Sugar Hill and to start building our home. And I have a great friend that's a real estate agent, and she said, Kristin, if you're going to sell, this is the time to sell, and we need to put your house on the market in 2 weeks. And I'm like, oh my gosh. So I'll tell you what set this whole situation up for success is this. I was at an NSD Now event in January, right before leadership, and Barbara Sundin shared the story about how she sold her house. And she tied it into the importance of your mindset. And she said, I literally professed that the first person to come and tour my home was going to be the buyer, and that I was going to get a full price offer. And she went into very much detail of how every morning she visualized exactly what was going to happen for the sale of her home. And it was interesting. I was so grateful for that training and that example, because when we made the decision to purchase our home, I'll tell you, I told my husband, we're going to sell our house in one day. We're going to get a full price offer. It's going to be the fastest closing our real estate agent has ever said. And it was so funny because, my husband is very analytical, being a chiropractor, a doctor, and he's like, well, Kristin, we might not want to sell it in one day. There might be better offers, and, we have no rush. Let's just take our time. And I was like, no, we're going to have one person walk in. It's going to be the first person. She's going to purchase our house, or he's going to purchase our house. It's going to be a full price offer. It's going to be so easy and so simple. Okay. Well, we put our house on the market, you guys, and we had someone come within basically the first 30 minutes that it was live, and she was a real estate agent, and probably because real estate agents hear about new listings probably before the public, I'm guessing. Well, we have the Ring doorbell, and so, of course, we're checking everyone out that comes and tours our house, which I'm like, oh, that's creepy, but you want to watch and look. And so this cute little girl came through, and she was only in our house for 15 minutes. And so my husband's like, Kristin, okay, this chick's not buying our house. She was in our house for 15 minutes. No one's going to make that big of a purchase in 15 minutes. There's no way she was able to check everything out. Your rule of thumb of the first person walking through our house, it's not going to happen. Well, I still believed that we were going to sell our house in one day. And so I said, you just never know. She might be a quick decision maker. Well, you guys, 30 minutes later, that young, sweet little girl, I say she's young, she's probably in her 30s, but put a full price offer on our house. She was a real estate agent, and she put it on, gave us the offer for her grandmother, who just lost her grandfather and wanted to move closer to her. She had been looking, she was a real estate agent, she'd be looking for a ranch with a full unfinished basement that had been newly remodeled. And she put a full price offer with no contingencies on our home. Well, my husband is still in disbelief, and I'm thinking, well, this is just what I've professed and, visualized for the past 2 weeks since we've had the house on the market. I mean, he was just thinking, this is just so crazy, you guys. And I will tell you that we got other full price offers on our home, but a lot of them had contingencies, like they had to sell their house, or this had to happen, or that had to happen. And I just said, no, we got to sell to Grandma. So we started calling her Grandma. Well, it was so interesting because Grandma had just sold her $1.2 million home on the Keys, which was her vacation home. And guess what color her house was? You guys, the same color as my pink Escalade. And many of you guys know that my last living grandparent died in January. And so it has been so fun for Courtney and I, my husband, just to get this home ready for Grandma. And that's what we've called her, is, we're getting our home ready for Grandma. So in the meantime, in these past 2 weeks, and we're closing today, just so you know, it's official today. Grandma's up from Florida, and we're meeting her today to officially close on our house. It's a bittersweet because I have so many memories, especially with my Mary Kay business and that home that we're selling. But I know we're on to a new chapter of our life, and I'm so excited for Luke to live next door to my mom and his Nana and Papa. So right now we're living in my mom's basement. Don't feel bad for us. Her basement is bigger than our house that we had. And it's on Lake Lanier. It's so beautiful, and it's just going to allow us to build next to her and be close to the building site, which just makes the most sense. So I share all this story because what you focus on magnifies and multiplies. Your mindset, your thought process makes a difference. I was telling my realtor, I said, well, I'm not surprised that the first lady that walked through our house gave us a full price offer. Because, Ann, this is what I've been professing. This is what I've been visualizing for the past 2 weeks. So what you focus on magnifies and multiplies. Your mindset matters. And you guys, I'm so excited for Grandma to move into our house because I know everything has been fixed. Everything is ready to go for this cute little old lady. She doesn't have to worry about a thing. She's going to move into a beautiful house, put her things in, and she's going to be set. And it's been so fun to just tell my neighbors about her and to be able to share with her how wonderful her neighbors are going to be. And so I wrote her a sweet little note and left it on the counter with some cookies. And this whole lesson of just selling my house has reminded me that mindset matters, staying positive matters, and what you focus on magnifies and multiplies. So what do you need to increase your belief in with your Mary Kay business? What do you need to focus on so it can magnify and multiply? Well, an important deadline coming up is the Star Consultant deadline. And you know what? I totally believe you could have no production in, and you could absolutely finish your Star with $1,800 in wholesale production, $3,600 or more in sales in the next few days, if you believe and you're willing to do the work. All right. This is National Sales Director Kristin Sharpe signing off now from Gainesville, Georgia. You guys, make today